Okay, hello there. I am going to do a quick review of the RYOBI 2800 PSI gas pressure washer. You'll see that this has a Honda engine, which is one of the reasons that I bought it. I also wanted a gas-powered pressure washer just because I had a really dirty driveway and sidewalk. I'll include some photos that'll give you an idea of what this area looked like before I pressure washed it, and I pressure washed it last week, so I haven't blown off the leaves and dirt from it yet this week. But let me tell you, I mean, it is a night and day difference. I had looked at electric washers and decided that they might not have the horsepower, and I was even concerned that this one wouldn't, but I'll tell you, it definitely does. Now what I used was this thing by Zepp, this driveway and concrete pressure wash detergent, and basically it's super simple. All you do, you've got this little receptacle for soap, you pour it in there and it dilutes it automatically, a 20-to-1 dilution ratio, as it works through the system, and it works perfectly, and you just spray all that on there and let it sit for a bit and then spray it off. Now here is the wand, and I noticed that some people are asking whether they can change the, let me see if I can zoom, change the pressure, and yes, absolutely you can. This is adjustable, so if you want less pressure, and this is basically like a garden hose level here, and if you want like full blast, then you turn it up all the way here for max pressure. It's got a a trigger, so and the hose itself, the hose attaches back here underneath this area, and by the hose I mean the hose for the wand. So it's a very sturdy, almost plastic-like hose. It attaches then up here onto the wand. You just screw it on, and then you attach your garden hose back here, turn it on. It starts in about one pull, and the turning it on is pretty simple too. You switch it on, you make sure the choke is out, you turn on the fuel line so that you can get fuel to the carb, pull, and you're good to go. It's not any louder than any other generator, but it's a really good system, and I'm quite happy with it. Good sturdy construction, very durable, and it even has a little cheat sheet back here to remind you what steps to go through. If you're like me, sometimes you forget, and it'll tell you the little tips, what tip you should use for what function. So if you're doing your boat or your car, you would want to use a 25-degree or 40-degree tip, but definitely not the 0 tip. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a lot of fun to use. I've never had one before, so I've had a lot of pleasure, and got a lot of pleasure out of cleaning up my driveway, and I'm sure my neighbors are thankful as well. And the other thing that I really like about it is the Honda engine, 160 cc's, and I can't think of a better engine to have for a power washer than Honda. I see that some makers are using Briggs & Stratton, and those might be okay, but in my book, Honda is probably the best and most durable and most reliable. So that's that. I'm gonna stop here and get set up, and then make a quick demonstration video showing, I think I'm gonna clean up my pool surround, the concrete around there, so you can see before and after. Okay, I'm back, and I realized that in the previous section I forgot to mention the different tips that come with it. The unit comes with 4 different tips to use, and on the left hand side I've ordered them in terms of, let's say, their intensity. So red would be used for getting really fine cracks, dirt out of fine cracks. Green is more of a multi-purpose. That's more what I use for if I'm going to do the house. White is, it's a 40 degree, so it's going to be a wider spray. It would also be suitable for using doing it on the house, or rinsing off a car or a boat. And blue, you can see that let's see if I can zoom in there a little bit. You can see how the blue is for soap. It has a much wider channel. So essentially what you're going to do, I'm at my pool, and so you can see the condition of the pool surround here is not the best. Let me again zoom in. Got a lot of just kind of dirt and stuff that I want to get out, and so anyway, what I'm going to use for this one, I'm probably going to start with the white, and I'm not even going to use a detergent because of course I don't want it to leak into my pool. So let's see if I can do this with one hand. Just put it in this end. I don't know. Let's see if I lift it up. Maybe you pull this apparatus down and spit it back up, and there, yeah, it's in nice and snug. And sometimes I like to just turn it one way or another. You'll see when you use it that sometimes you need to angle it a little bit. And as I showed earlier, I'm gonna turn it on, pull out the choke, the fuel line, make sure that is open, and just give it a pull. It might require two, it just depends. I'm only using one hand, so well, I need to put my foot on it. That's what I get for not using two hands. Okay, now I'm just going to let it warm up a little bit, and I'll do a brief section just to give you an example of what this can do just with water. Okay, so now I'm going to give a brief demonstration of what I can do just using water pressure here, and you'll see the results.